stage now, some of them get a little more of their insight into the race, what they're anticipating. Because we've got 7 stages, 7 Emirates, it works very well. 1 time trial stage, 2 climbing stages, and then 3 pure sprint stage and 1 for the punchers. But first of all, we're going to focus on the team time trial. So please now welcome to the stage the 2017 Giro d'Italia champion and also the individual time trial champion in the World Championships that year, Tom Dumoulin. And also we will welcome to the stage the current individual time trial world champion, Rohan Dennis. Rohan there. You didn't see him? Well, if it's no Rohan Dennis, it's just you and me, Tom. So maybe I'll come up in a second. So let's, so first of all, there he is. Oh, he's coming. Rohan Dennis. No worries, come and sit down. So Tom, let me start with you first of all. Easy first race of the year?
Easy? No. I prepare well, so I'm ready for it.
And would you, in some way, when I was an athlete, I always just like have an easy starter. This is not an easy starter.
No, but I also don't like that.
You don't know?
No. I don't do many races, but if I do races, I like to go all out. There's no point in holding back, I guess. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this week.
You mentioned in the press conference that you and Wilco are going for GC. Is it just a case of, this seems to be popular now, dual team leadership, or 3 people?
Yeah, several cards to play. Nah, you never know what happens, but normally Wilco and me both try to go for GC, and starting off with a good team time trial that will definitely help us.
Rohan, let me come to you now. World champion. Dream come true.
Yeah, as Tom found out in 2017, it is a really special moment, obviously, to win the world title and to be crowned the world champion. As you also know, it is sort of a dream come true, and I know it's a bit cliche, but it was really emotional for me. A lot of years to get there, and finally on the top step was awesome.
Are you kind of watching out for each other now? Is it like the battle between it? Do you see it like that? You took his title, he wants to get it back?
I'm sure he wants it back, that's for sure.
So let's talk about the team time trial tomorrow. Very different from an individual time trial. How do you approach it? What are the differences and the similarities?
I come from a track background, so and more or less the team's pursuit, and our motto was basically you're only as fast as your slowest rider. So it's really a team event. You can't go out and go, I'm the strongest, and blow your team apart. It's about getting your 4th fastest rider across the line as quick as possible, and working as a team to do that in the best possible way. Not trying to show who's the best in the team on the day.
How easy is it communicating during a team time trial? I mean, you've got these big super aerodynamic helmets on. You know, you're flying at the front doing 600 watts or something. How do you know if the guy at the back's holding on? Is it team radio? Speaking
how easy is it? Especially if you've won, it's a great feeling to be proven that you are the strongest on the day. So it's something I enjoy as a real test for myself.
What about you? Love or hate?
Both. Combination. Yeah. It's very worthwhile to invest all the energy if you're good at it. So I love the event, but mostly afterwards.
Yeah,
like Rowan
indeed.
said.
Tom, Rohan, thank you very much indeed. Please show your appreciation for Tom
you.
Zanula and Rohan
Thank you.
Dennis. Yeah, you can just go off, that's cool. Nice to meet you. Okay, so that's the team time trial taken care of. Of course, there are two big mountain stages. One of them never been raced before here to the highest point of the United Arab Emirates. Not easy to say always. So let's take a look at the climbs in this first UAE tour. To introduce a co-presenter because we're going to mix and match the languages here for these interviews. Please welcome to the stage Marcelo Lagatina, who works for ESPN Latin America and follows the world tour all around the world. Marcelo, thanks for joining me.
How are you?
Yeah, very well indeed. Take a seat and please introduce our champions.
Well, one of the stars of this peloton, winner of the Tour de France, Giro d'Italia and Vuelta a España. Welcome to the stage, Vincenzo Nibali. Another stars of this peloton, the current world champion, Alejandro Valverde. World champion in 2013 from Portugal, Rui Costa. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Okay. So here we go. I will ask in English. If we need translation, Marcelo, and we will work it out. Vincenzo, let me start with you. Same question as to Tom. This is a very difficult race to start your season.
Questa è una difficile gara per cominciare la stagione.
Sì, è una difficile gara perché per me è la prima e quindi devi capire com'è la tua la condizione, capire quali sono le tue sensazioni e poi ti trovi a lottare comunque con dei grandi campioni.
This is my first race of the season. I'm be good for try to do my best and try to be strong with my team.
Is it maybe a little frustrating when you have great champions on the climbs and you feel maybe you don't have the condition to go with them? How do you approach it mentally?
Qui hai tantissimi grandi corridori. Quale va a essere la sua tattica per tentare la vittoria in montagna?
Per noi la cosa più importante è partire bene con questa cronometro, con il gruppo, con Rohan Dennis, tutta la squadra e poi giorno dopo giorno vedere come risponde anche la mia condizione, la gamba, anche quella dei miei compagni. Si arriva come dire un appuntamento al buio perché realmente non sappiamo qual è il nostro livello in gara.
The most important thing for me is to do the best in the time trial, and then we are going to see day by day how it's going to be my legs, and well, keep going during the days.
question now to Alejandro and to Rui. You both have worn the rainbow jersey. Alejandro, you're the world champion. And this is one of the special things about cycling, wearing the jerseys. Can they describe the emotion, like Rohan Dennis did?
Es tu primera carrera en World Tour como campeón del mundo. ¿Qué significa para vos estar aquí y compartir con el pelotón ese maillot?
Bueno, yo creo que sobre todo es muy bonito volver a estar aquí, sobre todo también después de conseguir la victoria el año pasado, y bueno, y llevar este maillot de campeón del mundo pues me hace especial ilusión estar en el UAE, la nueva carrera, y la verdad que a disfrutar y hacerlo lo mejor posible.
It's very beautiful for me to be here with the rainbow jersey. I try to enjoy these days in this big event and a new one event, and well, let I see what happened.
And for you, Rui, wearing the jersey?
Lui, você ha sido campeone del mondo también. ¿Qué fue para você llevar ese jersey?
Sí, bueno, ha sido una linda victoria, ¿no? Poder haber ganado ya el mundial. Y bueno, estar aquí en esta carrera para nosotros es muy especial, para nosotros, para mis compañeros también, para el equipo en general. Y bueno, al final estamos aquí con una responsabilidad enorme, pero siempre con muchas ganas de empezar el Tour de UAE. Y bueno, yo creo que al final las ganas son muchas y bueno, el grupo está muy bien, estamos todos muy bien físicamente y a ver si empezamos ya bien a mañana.
Well, it was very fantastic for me to wear the rainbow jersey. We are here with the local team in the new race. We are very happy to represent the local team. We try to do our best in every stage, and well, let us see what happens.
Alejandro, I come to you now. You won the Abu Dhabi Tour last year. You're always ready to win. You think this new race will suit you?
Tú has ganado la Abu Dhabi Tour el año pasado. ¿Cuáles son tus expectativas para intentar de vuelta estar ganando, si es posible?
Bueno, vamos a ver, las sensaciones son buenas, pero los rivales aquí también están fuertes, tienen una gran condición física. Y luego también va a ser la crono de mañana, va a ser fundamental el tiempo que podamos perder ahí, o va a ser un día clave. Y luego, pues bueno, en las etapas de montaña a darlo todo.
Well, I'm very well for the race. The key of the rest of the race is going to be the team time trial, and then we'll see what time we lose or win in the time trial to be in the different stage or tactics.
I come to you, Vincenzo. We all know the disappointment last year on Alpe d'Huez in the Tour de France. Does this give you strong motivation more for this year?
Dopo lo que ha acontecido en el Tour de France, you are more motivated. Você está más motivado, con más ganas.
La motivazione è sempre molto importante. Dopo il Tour è stato difficile ripartire, ma l'ho fatto con grande grinta e quindi ora pensiamo alla nuova stagione.
After the Tour de France was difficult to restart my career and my season, and now I'm very happy to be here, and well, we see.
And last question to Rui. You said from the home team you have Christoph, you have Gaviria, Dan Martin. There's a lot of pressure on you to do well.
Sí, bueno, al final es una enorme equipo que traemos aquí, un equipo muy fuerte. Bueno, tenemos Christophe como Gaviria para los sprinters y bueno, son dos grandes sprinters. Bueno, luego ya para la general tanto tenemos a Dan, que es nuestro líder, y bueno, estoy yo y Diego también para suplementar el grupo y a ver un poco tácticamente lo que podemos hacer.
Well, we have here with a lot of options, Gaviria for the sprint, Kittel, but our captain is Dan Martin to try to fight for the general classification.
Thank you very much, Vincenzo, Alejandro, Rui. Good luck for tomorrow in the team time trial, and particularly for the climbs. Please show your appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Yeah. So we've done the team time trial. You can stay for a minute. Okay. We've done the team time trial. We've done the climbing, and now it's time to focus on the sprinting stages. Okay. So those are the sprint stages. Time now to meet some of our superstar sprinters. First up, please welcome a man who's the Olympic Omnium champion and also won the Tour of Dubai last year, Elia Viviani. Next up, one of the greatest sprinters of all time, former world champion Mark Cavendish. Hey. And finally from Colombia, Magia Chiclamino a couple of years ago, and also world Omnium champion Fernando Gaviria. Fernando, sit down. So we'll do it in English, Fernando, and if we need any translation, Elia or Mark can help a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Mark, let me start with you. In the press conference, you said you were here to carry bottles and work for GC. We know about your kind of health problems. Are you still feeling like you're not 100%? I know everybody here would like to hear how you're doing.
Thanks for asking, Jonathan. I don't know, honestly. I don't really remember what it's like to feel normal anymore. You know, misdiagnosis of being sick for 2 years. I can just try. You know, that's all I can do. Actually, the UAE Tour gives a perfect opportunity to try for a week-long race, and it just happens to be in a place I really love being as well. So at least I can do it. And if things are bad, I'm actually still happy. So
it must be incredibly frustrating. I mean, you're a great champion, and normally as sportsmen and even in business life, you have a problem and you can try and solve it. But with this, it's almost, what can you do?
Yeah, just keep trying. That's
just
it.
Keep trying.
The health is the most important thing. Is that you know, my family's healthy and at home, and I can just get back on with it. It's frustrating because obviously it's not my fault. It's a mess up from doctors, you know, who should have known better. But what can you do? Just try. Yeah.
True. Fernando, you also a little bit ill in Colombia. How is your health now?
No, my body now is okay because I've been in Colombia a little bit sick, but I spoke with the doctor in the team and take the decision to stop off the race because this race is really important for us, for the team, for the sponsors, and it's better stay here in 100% and that Colombia.
Elia, I come to you. You're 100% fit, I take it? You're 100% fit?
Yeah, likely, yeah.
That's lucky.
I was okay, I'm okay, so.
You won the Tour of Dubai last year. You had an incredible year. Have you even surprised yourself by how strong you have been the last 12 months?
Yeah, absolutely. So if I go back to 1 year, I think I can do well with the full support team, with my lead-out train. So, but for sure, I not expect results like that. So I really want to go back to the Giro and demonstrate I can win a stage in the Giro, and then the Giro win, Vuelta stage win, the Italian Championship was really an amazing year.
New event this year, as we've been saying, Mark. You've been racing in the Middle East for a long time. You are, I think, an ambassador for Abu Dhabi race. How important is this, and how excited are you as the way the sport has developed here?
Well, that's the thing. I think for me as a cyclist, I like to see when you see the sport grow in any part of the world. You know, it's exciting, and to see how much it's grown in the UAE, it's like even since I've been coming here, it's incredible. You know, people racing bikes, and also doing it as a way to keep fit. You know, the amount of cycle paths there are here in the whole of UAE now is it shows just how much the country's putting into the infrastructure of cycling. You know, and to think that there was Dubai Tour, then Abu Dhabi Tour in the third year turned World Tour, and the two races have been combined, and now we see all 7 Emirates. It's pretty special, you know. There's some beautiful parts of this country, and obviously a bike race is the way that most countries highlight, you know, how spectacular it can be, and so we get to go all over the place this week, and in decent weather, and with nice hotels, nice hospitality. You can't complain as a bike rider.
So Fernando, you changed teams. No Max Ricchesi. You have Christoph for leading you out. How good is this partnership? It's still early days. They're smiling.
Yeah, before the start of the season, I'm nervous for the change the team, but in Argentina the team really good, and then we win 2 stages there, and now it's more relaxed. Now now the team is really strong. Also Christoph can win, and we see what happens next week. We see in the sprint, if Christoph is better than me, for sure I go for a lead out for him.
So an incredible sprint lineup here. Kittel, Caleb Ewan, Sam Bennett, Modelo, Marechko. This is, Elliot, going to be an incredible shootout for the top sprinter in the UAE Tour.
Yeah, absolutely. So come back from last year, you see all the sprinter in Dubai Tour, in Abu Dhabi Tour, now you see all the sprinter in one race. We have 3 chances, probably 4 with Atadam, but like we spoke also before, probably Atadam really changed with all these climber in the group, you know, all this GC rider can not make the difference, but the group can be bigger. But 3 chances in 1 week is, I think you can see a good battle from the sprinter.
A final question to all 3 of you, and I asked Tom Dumoulin and Rohan Dennis about time trialing and loving it or hating it. Sprinting, are you the bravest of the cyclists? Because
Probably the most stupid of the cyclists.
You're the most stupid. I mean, genuinely, do you get scared as you get closer and closer to the last kilometre? Is it fear?
When you're young, you don't like anything. You know, when you're young, you just jump in it, like my kids. You know, they just go to a pool and they just jump in it, even if they can't swim. That's not what you like, even in your 20s. You start to have your own kids, and you start to get older. And, yeah, that kind of thing that you didn't have kind of appears, you know, and, yeah. To be fair, some people probably do it to me, but I look around sometimes and I think, oh, I've just had to tell my kids I'm going to be safe and home in a week, and then I got to go and sprint against them. And some people probably do that to me. That's how it is, you know. That's the thing with age, I think. So.
Fernando, you're a young boy. Fear or excitement for the sprint? Excitement. I knew you were going to say that. Elia, you're in between.
No, I think we love it, because if not, we can't do 110%. So I think from outside sometimes you see more dangerous situation than us, but yeah, sometimes we are crazy, so that is clear. If we want to win a race, we need to do. So sometimes we take probably too much risk, but yeah, I think we need to love it.
Well, the beautiful thing about sprinting is it's probably perhaps the only thing in cycling where tactics is still the only really way to do it, you know. Time trial has always been about a sustained effort, really, but mountains now with the power meters, things like that, basically people look at what watts they can do. There's no real tactics in the mountains anymore. You know, sprinting is really the only kind of core thing of cycling left, with like tactics involved is really like playing chess on wheels, you know, and that's quite exciting to be part of, you know, being able to plan something and try and execute that, rather than just look at what you physically know what you're capable of. You have to work out how to beat someone. That's quite interesting. That's quite exciting to do. Look,
fascinating insight. Thank you to the 3 of you. Stay safe and good luck. Please show your appreciation for the guys. So that concludes the opening ceremony. It's been fantastic. We're going to have a fantastic race. I'm going to ask some of the captains to come up now who are still here for a final photograph. But thank you for your attention. Watch the race, go out and enjoy it. It is going to be amazing. The very first UAE Tour.
I'm
So one last round of applause for our great champions. A great race in prospect. We'll see you all tomorrow for the very first UAE Tour, the one and only World Tour race in the Middle East. Thank you for your attention.